Good morning, everybody. How are you this fine Thursday, November 6th? And let us not forget yesterday was November 5th. Remember, the 5th of November. Oh, because I am such a millennial. I am hacky as all can be. And yes, in case you did not believe me, I was in fact listening to Taking Back Sunday cute without the E because I am a good millennial who enjoys his emo music. How's everybody doing, Mad Hatter Nation? We are so close to the weekend, and Thursday means Thursday Night Football, which, of course, we're going to be previewing. Oh, boy. What an exciting matchup we have. Denver and the Raiders. Oh, boy. But first, just a little bit of news. You guys know that the trade deadline ended, 2 days ago now, but Cowboys trade for Jet star Quinnen Williams faces harsh criticism. Dallas is drunk. Yeah. We will briefly skim over this because, if you look at the whole amount of deals, if you look at Dallas on the whole, they didn't really get much out of this Micah Parsons deal other than unloading Micah Parsons and dumping him in the NFC North. So thanks again, Jerry. My eyes aren't too far apart. Jones, because his eyes are too far apart and he can't see what's going on. Other news, it's Thursday, guys. There's not a lot of news going on. It's just kind of a quiet day. But we have been kind of keeping our finger on the pulse over at the New York Jets. Aaron Glenn, there's the connection there. But former All-Pro linebacker Quincy Williams says he's been benched. Riding the pine as Jets shakeup continues. Yeah, well, I don't know if I would be making that move, but I'm not the head coach of an NFL team. We'll just kind of skim through that because I don't really care. But we're trying to fluff out the show and fill it with what we got. Oh, there we go. What we're kind of all here for. The turning of the page. There I go. Turn the page. Into some actual football news. Raiders and Broncos. 3 must-know storylines for Thursday night's Week 10 Amazon primetime game. And we are all just champing at the bit to watch 57-year-old Bo Nix and a Patrick Surtain-less Denver Broncos defense take on the electrifying Las Vegas Brock Bowers. Can't wait to see Brock Bowers versus the Denver Broncos because just dumpster fire, just trash team over in Vegas. We don't enjoy any of that. And then, hey, guys, so just continuing down where we will get over to the 3-1-3. Talk about the Detroit Lions and maybe a reason why we weren't as aggressive or active at the trade deadline for an offensive lineman as some of us may have wanted. Now, there is some realities to it, but there's also this little bit of news. Detroit Lions rookie Miles Frazier believes he could be ready in a week or two. Detroit Lions rookie Miles Frazier talked about his injury journey and how quick he expects to be ready. Now, this is one of them guys that we were like, okay. Is Brad Holmes doing Brad Holmesian things, right? We know we're not too wild about Brad Holmes and his ability to wheel and deal, especially at the deadline. But we do know Brad Holmes has an eye for talent. He has been able to dumpster dive in the back end of the draft and dig out some gems here or there, and they're not all going to be winners. But, there's some guys, Christian Mahogany, Malcolm Rodriguez, possibly even Miles Frazier. Miles Frazier brings a little bit of versatility to our offensive line. So this is a good thing. We need to be proud and happy about this. Hey, it is a good thing. Some good news are coming out of the kitchen of Brad Holmes. You know what I'm saying? It's a good news. Mamma mia. Hey, I don't know. Whatever the hell that stuff is. And then we got a little fluffer over here. Heavy. We like to read heavy sometimes. Heavy.com. I am both heavy and she is hot. Together, me and Hat and Boobs, we make hot and heavy. The Lions sign 3 players amid injury issues, including a 61-game starter. What could it be? What could it be now? The Lions adding some depth. One of the pieces, I'm kind of like, all right, then. Letting my digital GM bias kind of kick in a little bit here. And one of these guys I generally sign as a depth piece to all of my rosters when I'm rebuilding. So yet again, meme has been brought into reality, and me and Brad Holmes, people are going to keep confusing the two of us. But as it stands right now, I'm going to try and remedy it this weekend because we're getting a little beatnik looking. The big difference, in case you guys can't tell, the big glaring difference between me and Brad Holmes is I have a lot more hair than he does. So, guys, if you wouldn't mind doing me a favor on that note, check it out. We do have a poll up in the chat. 1 like equals Lions Super Bowl. 100% of you so far with the 12 votes say, let's go Super Bowl. Let's go Super Bowl. 59-0 over the Bills. Let's go. 0% of you admit to eating crayons. So either we have a rock-solid roster here, the Mad Hatter Nation, or some of you are lying. And that's fine. Look, dude, it's totally okay. As you've seen, someone just yesterday commented on my video asking if I ate a lot of lead paint when I was a child, and that's a fair argument. I would rebuttal, and if you haven't noticed, I did rebuttal with the reality of the situation, and that is when I was growing up. Now, some of you, it might have been different, but when I was growing up, we just thought that they were paint-flavored chips, and I was a big fan of the red, white, and blue ones. Let's go, guys. If you can smash that like button, share this video around with every single person that you know. It's the #1 way to get this content out there is to share this around. We are cooking. We are cooking, and it's because of viewers like every single one of you over there on the other end of the camera. I could just be an AI for all you knew, but every single one of you have been sharing this content around. We're so close to that 800 number, so I appreciate all of you and the heavy lifting that you do. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Ring that notification bell so you can be notified every single time that we go live. Every single time. I'm bringing you 5-6 days a week sometimes. Content, you can be notified every time we go live, Monday through Friday for our regular show, as well as every single Lions pregame show we have, or every single Lions game day, we have a little pregame show. Think of it as a little digital tailgate where Mad Hatter Nation and I, we kind of loosen our tie and, kind of let our beard down a little bit and just hang out and chew the fat. Talk a little Lions smack before the game, place a little bets, try and make a little mammon, do the things that we can, and just, it's really more about you guys. So it's something that I look forward to, and hopefully you can make it sometime for a game day. A lot of us here in Mad Hatter Nation, they're down in the chat, and they're wondering, where are you? Where are you? Why are you not here? Come, hang out, and engage. Tell me I'm stupid. I don't care. It's fine. I like to hear other people's opinion. Now, if you're a complete jackass, well, I do have godlike powers in my own domain here in Grandma's Studio One. So, guys, now that that's all out of the way, let's go ahead and dive into the show.
If you can say the word good, guess what? It means you're still alive. It means you're still breathing. And if you're still breathing, well, then hell, you still got some fight left in you. So get up, dust off, reload, recalibrate, re-engage, and go out on the attack.
Yo, no way. Hang on, guys. We got breaking news here. Shout out Brad Perocha. Sorry, dude, if I'm fucking up your name, guys. Sorry, Mad Hatter Nation. I'm not ignoring you guys. We just got some crazy news. Damn. Okay. So Marshawn Nealon's dead. Wow. Damn. Okay. So, it's a young kid, dude, from Western Michigan. I was really high on this guy, actually. I thought he would have been a great complimentary piece, a nice little young addition to the Detroit Lions defensive line opposite Aiden Hutchinson, especially when you bought into that Western Michigan narrative. And unfortunately, he went to Dallas, and I think he spent all of last year on injured reserve. It's being reported that he's dead, though, at 24 years old. So sorry, we're probably going to shift some gears here and going to look into this a little bit. This is kind of breaking news. Obviously, you guys seen there 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago. So this is what's up, Derek? How you doing? What's up, Carrie? Hey, everybody, how you doing? Sorry, we're just kind of in a little bit of a audible here. Kill. We got to go ahead and shift gears over. We're going to run it over to USA Today. I'm reading this for the first time with you guys, so I have no idea what this is. Dallas Cowboys defensive end Marshawn Nealon dies at 24. Marshawn Nealon. Why do I keep saying it like that? Marshawn Nealon. Why do I keep saying Nealon? Marshawn Nealon, a defensive end for the Dallas Cowboys, has died, his agent and the team announced Thursday. He was 24. The cause of death was immediately available. Nealon's agent, Jonathan Perezli of Sports Stars, Inc., said Nealon died Wednesday night while the Cowboys, in their announcement, said he tragically passed away Thursday morning. It was with extreme sadness the Cowboys shared that Marshawn Nealon passed away this morning. The team said Marshawn was a beloved teammate. Nealon scored Dallas' first touchdown on Monday Night Football, lost to Arizona on November. Man. The NFL said that it has been in contact with the Cowboys and is offering us support. We are deeply saddened, but blah, blah, blah. Our thoughts and prayers. Yes, we appreciate that. The Cowboys took him in the second round. I'm shattered to confirm that my client and dearest friend, Marshawn Nealon, has passed away last night. I poured his heart into every snap, every practice, and every moment on the field. To lose someone with his talent, spirit, and goodness is a pain I can hardly put into words. My heart aches for his family, his teammates, and everyone who loved him, and I hope they felt the support of the entire football community during the unimaginable time. Please give his loved ones the privacy and compassion they need to grieve this tremendous loss. Well, all right. I'm poured his heart into snap. Damn. I watched him fight his way from a hopeful kid at Western Michigan with a dream to being a respected professional for the Dallas Cowboys. It says right here, no cause of death was immediately available. Gotcha. I read that as with 24 for some reason in the no. I read that as number 24. Oh, all right. So no cause of death yet. Do you guys know anything? I just pray everyone finds Jesus Christ while we can. That's all. Hell yeah, Mr. Detroit City. I don't trust anyone who claims not to know what crayons or Play-Doh tastes like. Lions Loyalty, I can 100% tell you that Play-Doh is very salty. I ate a lot of Play-Doh as a kid. I ate a lot of Play-Doh as a kid, so I know exactly what Play-Doh tastes like. I never ate crayons, but I ate a lot of Play-Doh, admittedly. I ate a lot of Play-Doh. It's super duper salty. Some 24-year-old player has died in Dallas. Yeah, Duncan, that's what we're talking about. It's kind of a hometown connection because he was a Western Michigan kid, and I personally was a fan of him. And it's just like super fucking tragic, dude. That's wild as hell. Marshawn Nealon. Do you think he did it himself? See if the Daily Mail's got anything. 2 days after scoring his first touchdown. I think we're just going to get more of this. Yeah, we're pretty much going to get more of the same. Western Michigan, nearly 2 seasons. He played 18 games, 4 of which came as starts. Recorded 26 sacks. Damn. You know, he was actually kind of starting to tick upwards, have a nice little play. The Grand Rapids native suffered a devastating loss in April of 2024 when his mother, Wendy, unexpectedly passed away just 2 months before the NFL draft. It was tough. It still is, but I know that at the end of the day, the thing that gets me through this is she spent trying to get me to go here and supported me as much as she could to get me to the NFL. Nealon wore his mother's ashes on a necklace after he was selected by the Cowboys. So that's kind of morbid, but kind of cool. Kind of morbid. Kind of cool, but kind of morbid. I'm having a hard time finding any type of cause of that. Look at all these ads they have to sell on Daily Mail. Ugh. Gross. Didn't I just read this one? No. All right. This is Cowboys on us side. They might have something. His prayers regarding Marshawn are with his girlfriend Catalina and his family. Knows the cause of death has been announced at this time. What do you guys think it's going to be? Oops. Just scored a touchdown. Yeah, Jay, that's the thing, man. Usually an undetected heart issue will be found. Yeah, Mom, that's what I was thinking, actually. Shout out my mom. You guys, it really sucks. What's up, Riley? Good morning, dude. It's a little, if I had to guess. Yeah, all right. So we're all kind of hitting on the things that I'm feeling, you guys. I got to shout out Lions. I got to shout out my mom. So it's probably one of three things. This is just speculation. Don't be calling me clickbait, all right? Either being the location that he's at in Dallas, he might have been partying with a little bit of something that might have had a little something fentanyl in it. Something, possibly, right? I'm just speculating. The other option is self-deletion. A lot of guys suffer silently. They talked about how his mom died last year right before the draft. That could have been a major impact on him. Maybe he was told something about his rotation or his allotment of snaps once the Dallas made the trade for Quinnen Williams. Maybe he has a lot of demons. You know what I'm saying? Or the other option, and this is probably what it is that you'll find this guy just had some type of catastrophic heart issue that went undetected and just popped. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. When it's your time, it's just going to be your time, and you're not going to know it, and there's nothing you can really do about it, because when it's your time, right? It's really tragic, dude, because this was a young guy. Concussion history. I have no idea, Duncan. I have no idea about a concussion history. If I vote Let's Go Super Bowl, can I still eat the crayons? Motown? You can even have my crayons, dude. Name brand. Crayola. Big pack with a sharpener in the back, dude. Yeah. We ain't getting none of that off-brand shit, dude. Oh, hell no. I'm getting you the Crayola Big Pack, the 72. Brah, brah, brah. Racks on racks on racks of crayons, dude. I got you the whole rainbow plus some. We're going to Skittles our way back and forth. That thing gets dull. Don't worry. There's a built-in sharpener in the back, baby. You open that box, get that good whiff of crayon, bro. Ooh! Ah! I'll get you rolling that good hype. Ah! Ah! Good hit of Crayola, baby. Let's go. Let's go. He says, heck yeah. Yeah, Art, dude. He's from Grand Rapids, dude, and he went to Western Michigan, dude. Marshawn Nealand. Why do I keep saying it like that? Marshawn Nealand. And I was actually like a big fan of his. Derek Harp says Marines eat crayons. The only reason I know that joke exists is because of Nick. Oh gosh, what's that guy's name? Nicky, not Nicky MGTV. The dude, I'm pretty sure he was Army. He's got a German Shepherd. Golly, I can't think of his name right now off the top of my head. Just jetted a sewer. The hat of smell of shit. That sucks, Motown. But hey, man, you're probably one of the guys that you're like, it smells like money. You know what I'm saying? Duncan Stewart, he is a Michigan man and a Bronco player. Yeah, dude. And so personally, you guys, I am, well, because I'm a Michigander, and for whatever reason, I didn't know this was a thing. Until I started working for this company, Rallin, shout out, you know the company, that had a lot of people that came in from other parts of the country as well as the world. And I didn't know this was a thing until I started working with people, especially guys that came up from the South, and they're like, dang, y'all, you people from Michigan really like to buy things from Michigan. You all go out of your way to get Michigan things, and y'all are so proud of it. You're all like, yeah, it's Michigan made in Michigan. Yeah, I got this from my buddy down the road. He makes it. His aunt makes it. This is made in Michigan. It's made here in Michigan. Y'all are so proud of it. You're like, it's made in Michigan. And it's a thing, dude. It's a thing. You know, Michiganders are super. What's up, Tracy? Drive by. Heck yeah. Neil's family and teammates. I stole all the crayons. Doctor's appointment this morning. Good luck at your doctor's appointment, Tracy. Best of luck to you. Appreciate you snatching all the crayons. Guess we got to get more for me in Motown. Definitely the smell of money and barley smell. Oh, yeah. Grease lines and traps. Yeah, dude, we just had to work on a grease trap here at work. We had one of the discharge lines break in the wall. It was disgusting. But people in Michigan really are big fans of people from Michigan. So, like, I kind of was, like, even more of a fan of Marshawn Nealand because he's from Michigan. He went to Western Michigan. I personally like Western Michigan because, like, when I was doing stand-up, you guys, I spent a lot of time doing stand-up down in Kalamazoo. Ryan Allen, you know what I'm talking about, bro. Me and Rallin were down in Kalamazoo. A lot, bro. We were down in Kalamazoo. That drive, I got real good at making that drive to Kalamazoo. So I just kind of liked Kalamazoo. I'm a big Western Michigan fan. Also, kid that I played ball with, he was a super sophomore, right? So he was a sophomore. Well, he was playing varsity as a freshman because he was a fucking animal. I'm pretty sure his parents were just feeding him steroids like from a young age. But Mitch, he ended up going to Western and playing ball there. So I'm just like, there's that like connection of like, hey, you know, a guy that I grew up with, played ball with for a long time, someone that even though we don't know each other, I would still consider him like a friend. I would not say he's my friend, but I would be friendly with him. We're not strangers, you know what I'm saying? He played at Western and played at a very high level, so I'm a big Western Michigan Broncos fan. Stormy Cromer in Ironwood, Michigan. Hell yeah, dude. Shout out to Kalamazoo. Rallen, you know what I'm talking about, brother. You know what I'm talking about. That little table has some great toys and played with the sick kids off school. Yeah, exactly, Duncan. You know, I even to this day, if I were to ever have time off of work to go and utilize the insurance that I pay for, but I've never been able to use in 4 years, I still like to play with the little loop-de-loop things. I don't know if they even have them. It's been so long since I've been to a doctor, but you know what I'm saying? The little loop-de-loop things, the things and the stuff, the little pieces that move. It's fun, dude. What can I say? What can I say? Well, so let's go ahead and get out of this shitbox sad story. Damn, that sucks, dude. It sucks, and like it really sucks because at least as far as I can see, the narrative will be one of three things, and two of those three things are incredible. I mean, it's all tragic. It's all tragic. But if it's the self-deletion, if it's an accidental OD or something along those lines, that makes it even more tragic because, I mean, yo, dude, he's an athlete that was taken in the second round, bro. Like, the money my man has, if he can't make it, I'm dog fucked, bro. Oh. It's morbid. It's morbid. It's morbid. It's gallows humor because this is how I process sad things. There's Made in Michigan store in downtown Howell that only sells Michigan-made products. Hell yeah, Rallen. That's what's up, dude. Howell's a nice, clean town, dude. Doesn't surprise me, man. I had a couple of stores that I had to do work at back in the day, and I didn't mind. I didn't mind working in Howell. It wasn't that bad. Second round from Western Michigan. Yep, exactly. He was a second rounder, and there was talk of him going in the first round. If he can invest with his mouth and believe with his heart, when he's 100% saved. That's true, Mr. Detroit City. You know, a lot of these guys, they are kind of on the religious side, even if they don't boast it. You know, there is a certain connection that people can make between hard work, and being devoted to Christ. You know what I mean? They kind of almost go hand in glove. Where if you're flexing your godly muscle the same way you are continuously flexing and working your physical muscles, that connection will become stronger. You'll be even more devoted. It will be easier. You'll be stronger in your faith. You know what I'm saying? It's also the like turning up, you know, praying every day, reading scripture, going to church every week, let alone if you're someone who goes to like daily mass. It's the same as going to the gym every day. It's just about consistency. It's about showing up every single day. Yeah, Mr. Detroit City, that's what I'm hoping, dude, is that he wasn't doing nothing. Like, it wasn't nothing bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, something bad, like some fucked up situation where it's like gang-related violence or something like that, you know? I don't know. Now, everybody on the left will probably say because he's brown, it was ICE, and ICE did it or some shit like that, and somehow it's Trump's fault, but we're not going to go down that road. But yeah, let's hope he wasn't doing nothing bad. Honestly, like trying to cast a silver lining out of some darkness here. I genuinely hope it was some just like heart issue that just went undetected. You know what I'm saying? It was just one of those things. Non-external factor. How's that? A non-third party. Nothing. Tampering with some type of substance. Someone killing him, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully it was just like something, you know what I'm saying? Probably heart issue. It's probably pretty common among athletes. Oh, you know what, guys? I didn't even think about this. It could be so. I mean, so he's 24. Oh, guys, let's open it. I have to be very careful. Sorry, I was just opening up a little bit of a yeah, Rallin, you seen what I looked, bro. Oh, Rallin, you caught that, bro. Yeah, Mr. Detroit City. Yep, you guys know exactly what I was. Oh, man. Okay, yeah, you guys totally know exactly what dots I was trying to connect. Oh, yep. Oh, it's fucked up. We live in a world where that's the first line of connection we try to draw, you guys. Holy shit. Yikes. Jack, you got it, brother. You got it, dude. That's what we. I cannot find any articles that say the cause. Yeah, Brandy, we can't either. Which I can't speculate as to what that means. You know what I'm saying? I can't speculate as to what that means. Put some clothes on, woman. Who's naked? Am I naked? You want me to get naked? That was the very first thing I thought. The shot, Jody. Yeah, exactly. So I'm not crazy. We do live in a world where people go, well, did he get his Fuchi Uchi? Yeah. The cause of death from Marshawn Nealon has not been publicly disclosed. Yeah, Lions loyalty. That's what we were looking. We kind of scoured a little bit, dude. We tried to find something, but it's not public anything. And ask Mr. Pfizer, Travis Kelce, exactly, you guys. It's relatively new. The news is all pretty, within the last like half hour, kind of breaking. So I wouldn't expect to see anything public until like tomorrow. Yeah, Kerry, we're gonna be getting there, dude. Don't you worry, my guy. We will be getting there. I got some articles about those players. So you guys want to talk about the Thursday night game? Some storylines to look at. I do have some bets put out. If you want, I'll screenshot the 2 parlays that I have, and I'll put them up in the community tabs. How's that? I'll put that up in the community tabs later today, if I can remember. Personally, dealing with some work shit still here, you guys, but I think we might have made some headway with the on-call workers. I think I might have been able to get them to a point where they can understand. The hard part's getting management to open up. Also, guess what? Management responded to my grievance, and I found out some very, very interesting information. During the investigation, one of the parties involved said, I swore at him. I am in the wrong. He is cleared of everything. Also, we're friends. And HR said, well, then we have nothing here. But management proceeded to push onward anyway. And you read I read you guys the grievance that I submitted and cited all of the laws, the NLRA and the Michigan Whistleblowers Protection Act and the Weingartner laws that they trampled. And all they said in their response was that my grievance has no merit because, according to them, I never requested union representation during a disciplinary action. Now, what's really fucking funny about that is I am the guy who explains to all of the rank and file what Weingartner rights are. I'm the unit chair, lead negotiator, and building steward. Do you guys really fucking think that there is a goddamn world where I, with all of those titles being, as I was described yesterday by one of my coworkers, you, Mr. All-American, Mr. UAW, rah, 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 Christ is King, didn't ask for union representation? And he goes, yeah, I'll believe that when my shit turns purple and smells like rainbow sherbet. And then we all laughed maniacally at it because it's completely illogical. But we're dealing with a little bit of work shit, guys. So if I forget to put the parlays up in the chat or in the community tab, that's totally my bad. Mr. Detroit City, Duncan Stewart, lawyer. So we are getting there. We're getting there, bro. I need to go through the proper channels first because I'm UAW. We need to escalate this now to step 2. Step 2 will then be bumped up to arbitration, and then eventually we'll have to get the legal side of the UAW involved with this because the violations and gross violations of the NLRA Section 7, Column 8, Article 1, and Section 8, Article 1A, Section 8, Article 4A, Section 7, Article 1 are all gross violations that they were in, and then admittedly by the aggrieved party that they were in violation of it, but management proceeded onward, which is the targeting and retaliation case that I'm ultimately building to show how after every time that I committed any type of safety report or injury incident or expressed any type of safety concerns. It resulted twice now in me within a 10-day span of me notifying the company of the violations and expressing concern about it. I then get written up for, quote, goofing around, foul language, or being abusive towards guests. Robert Shapiro, Lee Bailey, yeah. Labor Relations Act and the UAW contract. I know they do, Duncan. I know I'll be fine. It's just a long, stressful process because I know that I have, not only am I right and just, but I also have the law on my side. The problem is that the company that I work for, they have been play acting at business for so long that they don't, like, the verbiage that I'm using in the articles that I'm citing in my very professional grievances, they don't comprehend it. They don't grasp the magnitude of what I'm accusing them of. I'm playing checkers and they're fucking chewing on their toenails. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm constantly trying to explain physics to people who believe in a pantheon of gods that if they worship a cargo plane, people will come and save them. You know what I'm saying? Like it's yeah. You know what I'm saying? Temps are cheaper, yet often unskilled. Well, that's the thing, dude. And the thing is, we're a union building, so it's hard for them to get temps in there. But it's all good. It's all good, guys. We'll get through there. He is on a team. They may be handling the story and compensation today for the family. Tough one for Dallas. Yeah, dude. And that's what I was thinking. Is they're probably just they got it. Obviously, there's a lot of press that's involved. You know what I'm saying? I just isolated a whole group toenail chewers. I know. Shucks, guys. I'm sorry if I just lost your subscription or your support because I alienated a toenail chewer group. I'm sorry, I guess. If you're an adult who can still get your foot up to your mouth, that's pretty fucking impressive. I can. Don't tell me how I know that, but I can put my foot on my face if I actually wanted to. I'm incredibly nimble, and I got these dancer-like hips, dude. You guys should watch me wiggle and jiggle, dude. These hips don't lie. They call me the male version of Shakira. I am legally barred from dancing in public, you guys. Legit. I cannot actually go into a public space and begin to dance. Over the years, this is very serious, okay? This is legit. Over the years, I have been through so many civil court issues from all of the rugs that I have shredded while cutting rugs all the time in public that I am barred from dancing in public, you guys. It's a whole thing. It's brutal. It sucks. Prayers for Marshawn Nealon. Yes, sir. Detroit Sports Talk. That's what we're talking about, brother. Oh, no, hat and beard OF, where he just rubs his feet on his face. Yeah, dude. Foot and beard, dude. That's what we'll call it. We'll call it foot and beard. OF.com/foot and beard. The largest, fastest foot and beard growing content creation station. Fuck, man. The bitch of it is, the reality is that because we've spoken that, it already exists somewhere. It already exists somewhere, and some douche nozzle is making an actual living, like feeding his family, because he goes into a room and rubs his fucking feet on his face, and some weirdo in some fucking corner of the world is like, yes, sir. Here's my credit card. Yes, sir. Like, it's just so, we live in such a fucked up world, man. The dude at the wedding that pulls out his moves and everyone goes, sheesh, who invited Patrick Swayze? Dude. Yeah, that's actually, Art, you're not wrong, dude. You're not wrong. These hips don't lie, bro. Your boy, it might not be on rhythm, but your boy will be dancing like a motherfucker. Yo, I gotta dance. Penny Spool is expected to play. Hell yeah. That's what we like to see, guys. Sells the beard, hairs, and smells. Oh, no, that's cool. Oh, dude, that's right up there with farting in jars, dude. And, like, who'd have thought that you could have ever made money? If I'd have known when I was a kid you could make money from farting in jars. Oh, dude. Yeah, I'd be like British fucking petroleum up in this bitch, dude. Let people smell his beard for cash on the side. The thing is, dude, is I like to oil the beard with sandalwood scented oil, so it has a nice sandalwoody smell to it, you guys. It's some smell that I enjoy. So let's just go ahead and keep on bailing out of the articles while we have a good old session of Chat and Beard on a Thursday. Hey, everybody, welcome to Chat and Beard, where we're just hanging out and chewing the fat with Mad Hatter Nation. What can I say? Oh, for the longest time. Detroit Lions rookie Miles Frazier believes he could be ready in a week or two. Let's go. With him in football shape already, Frazier is focusing on going up against NFL talent and playing whatever position they need him to play. He repped at both guard positions and right tackle in his first practice, and he believes he'll be ready to compete on Sunday in a matter of weeks. Just 1 or 2 more weeks for me, he said. It's whatever they say, when I'm just going to be ready for when my number is called. Whatever role that is, whether that's guard, tackle, center, never played it. But I could. Jumbo tight end, whatever they need me, I'll be ready. I'll be there. If you fall, Miles Frazier will catch you. He will be waiting. Time after time. Understandably, the Lions are likely to take it a little slower with the rookie. No training camp, no nothing. No. So this will be a little bit of a baby fawn at the beginning, and then he'll quickly go, Coach Dan Campbell said on Wednesday. It's a little bit like Christian Mahogany. It took a while, but once we got him, he just quickly grew with practice reps. Fryer Tuck. Miles Frazier draws some inspiration from Mahogany's tale last year after missing all of camp in the first month of the season. Mahogany, as a rookie, eventually got enough practice reps to step in late in the season when Graham Glasgow and Kevin Zeitler briefly missed time. Frazier and Mahogany, 2 Jersey boys, have become close friends this season. And just last week, while hanging out in the locker room, Mahogany sent the rookie a message. Be ready, because my ankle is in multiple pieces. As fate would have it, the opportunity may have already presented itself. In Sunday's game against the Vikings, Mahogany suffered an injury that will sideline him for at least a month. Detroit now has a significant hole at the left guard, and while Frazier won't immediately step in, he could be an answer down the line. We're going to get a heavy dose of Quixote Awashika. When he got hurt, he came to me and was like, see? It's quick turnaround, Frazier said. Christian's my dog, so hearing those words from him means a lot because we come from the same area in New Jersey and things like that. It's just whatever they need me. I'll be ready. I will be waiting time after time. He can sustain blocks. He's got power. He's pretty tenacious. He finishes. He's the kind of guy that just, you look around, you're like, this guy just always makes blocks. He's just always on his guy. And he's just always finishing down the field. And if he does get beat, it's never fast. Those are things you want to see. He takes good angles at the second level, so there's a lot of things that we like about him. In the meantime, the Lions are likely to turn to veterans Quixote Awashika and /or Tristan Colon, I don't know, to help fill the hole. Going to use Tristan Colon to help fill the holes in the offensive line. But if Frazier's number is called, well, for the 3rd time, he'll be ready. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch. I will be waiting. Time after time. My versatility speaks for itself. So even though the left guard is out, Yodi is a tremendous player too. So whenever they need me, whether that's tackle or guard, I'm open. Why didn't he just say, I'll be ready? God damn. This whole article should have just been, Miles Frazier, I'll be ready. Miles Frazier's going to Did you guys know that Miles Frazier is releasing a hit single called I'll Be Ready? I'll be ready! Miles Frazier, I'll be ready, from his hit LP, Waiting Down the Line. But it's like waiting, like WEIGHT. EN apostrophe, waiting, get it? Waiting, not waiting. Oh, I'm getting slap happy. What the fuck did I put in my coffee? Golly. Just kidding, boys. Just kidding. We have to go to work. I can't day drink on a work day. Are you nuts? You guys are crazy. How we doing, Mad Hatter Nation? I'll take Rosie O'Donnell at left tackle at this point. I'm right there with you, dude. At this point, throw her on out there. Put that living human whale of a human being out there. Ugh. Josh Paschal had surgery to fix a back and then started Paschal's clock yesterday. You know, Detroit Sports Talk, I appreciate the update, but golly, Josh Paschal, I'm not hype about him anymore. I have to pick to show you later, by the way. I think you might like it. Hell yeah, dude. That's what's up. That's what's up, dude. Hopefully you guys are crushing it. Practice squad is the next step. Harry Colin was a player in the Lions back in the day, too. No joke. Hilarious name. Even funnier parents. That's, yeah, dude. If your last name is Colin, naming your son Harry is not the way to go. You sound like a mix between Fergie and Jesus. Some people would say that I have the voice of a generation. Frazier was a pancake machine at LSU. Hopefully he can catch up quick and help us out. Hell yeah, dude. That's Brent, and I was thinking about that last night, and it's incredibly fitting that there was an article here about it just today. Like, I was just kind of trying to process the trade stuff and just I'm gonna be honest, I was trying to just make sense of the whole situation. You know, like why? And then it dawned on me that there is a reason. And that reason could be Miles Frazier. You know, with the success that we had, or some might say lack thereof this year, but in his rookie year, Christian Mahogany came out of absolutely nowhere to play very high-quality snaps for the Detroit Lions. And, you know, Brad Holmes is quite the creature of habit. He's done pretty well with finding offensive line talent. Obviously, the human living ham, Colby Sorsdahl, remove him from the equation, but Ratledge, Mahogany, Sewell. I have all the faith that Miles Frazier will be an adequate player, if not ultimate replacement for one of the interior offensive line spots, i.e. move Ratledge over to center eventually, because that seemed to be the move we were trying to make early on in camp, but not quite there in his development. There's a lot to process at the center position. And I started thinking, you know, Brad Holmes has a track record. Brad Holmes is a creature of habit. I think the move is Miles Frazier. And then I started thinking, what's going on with Miles Frazier? What is the status of Miles Frazier? And then I got busy at work painting shit. And then this morning I just typed in Lions news, and up came Miles Frazier stuff. So I was like, you know what? It's almost serendipitous. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. I'm hopefully it's the way to go. He's a peacock. You got to let him fly. I'm a peacock. I got to spread my wings. No, I'm not going to do a desk pop sitting here, guys. I'm not going to do a desk pop. I always wonder what the severity of Frazier's injury was back in May. Must have been pretty serious. It was, and we know that the Lions tend to take people a little bit more precautionary measures when bringing people out of injury, so he should be ready to go. It's looking like a musical chair. Yeah, exactly, dude. Things are moving on. Calvin Shepard said he sees a lot of growth in cornerback Arnold. In pass coverage, he's been outstanding. Arnold needs to improve in run support. Damn, okay. Detroit Sports Talk. And see, now I'm of the camp that Terrion Arnold is actually a really good run defender and needed to keep his dirty little dick beaters off of wide receivers in pass coverage, which historically he's following the same trend that he did last year, where coming out of the bye week, he's not making as many mistakes, and he came away with his first career interception last week. Now, my biggest concern with Terrion Arnold now, after one game sample size where we could see what Terrion Arnold's ceiling could be, a lockdown corner getting aggressive interceptions, making plays, also a really good run defender historically, in my opinion. I'm not an NFL scout. So we've seen what that could be. I like what I've seen from it could be, and I'm going to hang my hat on it. Now I need him to do that consistently. You know what I'm saying? I need him to do that week in and week out. I need him to not be the most flagged defensive back in professional sports. I need him to come away with at least 2 more interceptions on the season. You get that number up to 3, we're talking about a very successful turnaround from Terrion Arnold, taking any inclination of a bust tag from Terrion Arnold and zipping it right on out of here. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what we might be seeing. And not for nothing, but Calvin Shepard has been pretty honest in his evaluation of players. You know what I'm saying? He's been pretty open about it. So I got to trust him. Aim for the bushes. Yeah, dude. And then fall way, way short. Derek Lewis, speaking of musical chairs, just want you guys to know, with some of my winnings the other day off of DraftKings, I bought a new desk chair, and it'll be here next week. So I'm very excited about that. A nice new chair coming here for us for the Hat and Beard Show. Better D-backs. Yeah, exactly. TA is starting after a month. If TA can get his head out, he is going to be legit. Art, you are completely correct, dude. I think TA will come around, guys. We just got to have faith. Faith, baby. You know what I'm saying? So, guys, we'll kind of start winding down the show, just pointing out that the Lions did sign Jack Connolly. Okay, we talked about that yesterday. Jack Connolly is a 24-year-old developmental tackle with some pretty intriguing traits. Standing at 6'7", that's a big boy, and weighing 330 pounds, that's a very big boy. The former Boston College standout is a lengthy lineman with a frame and lateral range to fit seamlessly as a zone blocker. Conley's college tape showed both promise and rawness. He is good with his hands placement and has a solid first step, but there are definite inconsistencies when it comes to his pad level. Well, at 6'7", it's going to be... Jesus Christ. I have brain rot. I've been on the internet far too long, you guys, because I just said he's 6'7", and in my head I went 6'7". Jesus Christ. Oh my God. You know, I think maybe Aaron Rodgers was onto something with that darkness retreat, dude. Holy shit. I got brain rot like a motherfucker. Oh my God. I literally in my head started 6'7". Fucking dorks. Bunch of fucking dorks. We're cooked, man. We're cooked. Lions also signed Chris Hubbard, is the most experienced 34-year-old with over 100 games and 61 starts. Hubbard spent time with the Steelers, Browns, Titans, Niners, and Giants. So a little bit of help. His addition gives the Lions some immediate insurance. He's a veteran swing tackle who can be plugged into either side with minimal disruption. Hubbard's most productive stretch came during his 2018 campaign with Cleveland, where he started 16 games and anchored a line that ranked among the league's most improved in pass protection. He's battled injuries with Tennessee and ended early, but his technical reliability and experience makes him a stabilizing presence and potential mentor for other young offensive linemen. This is the guy, and I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce his name. I pronounce it Netimuti. So I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but I pronounce it Netimuti, and this is a guy that I always signed in Madden as a nice reserve player. By contrast, is nowhere near as experienced, but has an impressive physical specimen nonetheless. At 6'3" and 325 pounds, the former Fresno State product and Denver Broncos draftee has excellent lower body strength. This means he's got a big fat ass, and he's pretty strong in the upper region too. He had 44 rep bench press at the combine. Moody spent time with Detroit in 24 before landing on IR, making a reunion of sorts. His reintroduction to the roster gives the Lions another interior brawler who is best in short yardage situations. Week 10, the Lions will go on the road to face the Washington Commies on November 9th. I think that's a 4 o'clock game. They're fresh after losing to Minnesota. We know that. We got a lot of respect for what the Commanders head coach Dan Quinn has done out here. Good program, Dan Campbell said on the 5th. They've gotten in some injuries, some things, and they've been trying to overcome here, and really no different than us. Coming off a loss and getting back at their feet, we're getting back on our feet and cleaning things up to find a way to be competitive and get the win. If the Lions can cut down on penalties, they had 10 in the loss to the Vikings. They should be able to overcome a Washington squad that will be without starting QB, Jaden Chicken Wing Daniels. And that's unfortunate for Jane Daniels. I myself like Jane Daniels, and it's an unfortunate thing. But, similar but different situation. The Commies, obviously coming off a loss. They're trying to get back to the postseason after having success last year. They came into our house and punched us in the mouth, right? So they're trying to establish something with Dan Quinn there, and they're getting nipped in the bud with a lot of injuries, right? And that's something that's going to happen periodically. The Detroit Lions also been marred early on with injuries, though not as catastrophic as, say, Jaden Daniels' chicken wing getting snapped in half. But both coming off losses, both are trying to right the ship. So what you're going to have is two really hungry teams in a pretty hostile environment, and the Detroit Lions are just going to have to come out and do exactly what we have done historically and through the tenure of Dan Campbell and the Brad Holmes era, and that is set the tone early and set the tone often. We need to go in, and we do not let the situation dictate our decisions. We dictate the situation. You know what I'm saying, guys? All right, boys and girls. I think that's all I really got to say about that for now. Tomorrow we'll preview the game a little bit more as we ski into Friday. We made it, guys. It's Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday, which means I only got to wake up one more time for work. Happy day. We're going to chat it up with you guys over here in Mad Hatter Nation for a little bit. Just kind of kick it with you guys. It's been kind of a chat and beard show anyway today. get the padded lumbar thing. Yeah, Duncan, we'll look at that. I do have some lower back issues that I've been remedying with a lot. This is going to sound really crunchy, but I'm actually a pretty crunchy guy. I've been doing a little bit of my own yoga routine that has helped loosen up my SI joint. The problem with most lumbar stuff is I need to get something that slides because I'm a little bit, I'm like 6'3", 6'4", so most furniture isn't ergonomically correct for the positioning of my body. You know what I'm saying? Like most clothes don't fit, most lumbars are too low, so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? I'm good with TA. He's been getting too much blame. I agree, Derek. And I was pretty harsh on him simply because I knew what he was capable of when you looked at how well he performed last year after the bye week. I know what he's capable of. The man is a good corner. He just needed to remove head from ass and take his hands and put him in fucking casts so that he kept his dick beaters off of wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? He'll be starting. Does he speak English? Talking Muti? I'm pretty sure he does. I think he's Hawaiian. As Fred Durst would say, you gotta have faith. Hell yeah. Fred Durst, didn't somebody from Limp Bizkit just die? He had some pretty powerful did a pretty powerful video about that, if I'm not mistaken, Ryan. If I'm not mistaken. Mentor them, sure, coach. Hired. Yeah, Sam Rivers, Mr. Detroit City. Yeah, dude. Okay, yeah, so I was right. At least they have each other's backs up. We're here at that line. A few mistakes cost us Sunday, and we have been vocal. Get to work, Commander Hat. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. Look, dude, the reality of last game, it sucked. It sucks losing, right? Unfortunately, we were close. We made all of those mistakes, and yet we still had a chance to win the game. Right, blocked field goal, that tied field goal that Jake Bates was going for to tie it up, send it to overtime. That would have been a game-winning field goal. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm sorry, to get the 24, that would have been the tying field goal. Not to quote Al Pacino on Any Given Sunday, but 1/2 second too late or too early, you don't quite catch it. 1/2 step too slow, too fast, you don't quite make it. The inches we need are everywhere around us. They're in every break of the game, every minute, every second. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, we couldn't execute with the small openings that we had. We did have chances to win the game, and we just didn't put it away. We played with our food, and our food came around to kick us in the ass. It's like getting diarrhea after a meal that you knew you probably shouldn't eat, but you ended up getting sick anyway because you ate it anyway. Yeah, you could have made a couple of different decisions and things would have been a different outcome. But, ifs and buts are candies and nuts. My grandma had been bored with wheels. She'd have been a wagon. Now we just have more drama as the season progresses. Ooh, the script writers have more eyeballs, more narratives, sire. Now we have more narratives to sell to the people, sire. We'll have more of their eyes, more of their attention on us. We can derive our message home. They'll forget all about the Super Bowl halftime show until it's far too late for anything to be happened. They've quieted down about that. We've made the football entertaining for them. Their stories and scripts. The soap opera continues, sire. They'll continue to watch us, sire. We have them now. Sorry, got a little crazy there, my guys. My bad. Got a little out in the weeds there. We beat the spread. Monty fumbled. There I said it. Still pick for football. Hell yeah, dude. That's possible. Fickle football of fate just didn't bounce our way. Derek, exactly, dude. Like sometimes shit just happens. You know what I'm saying? Taco Bell and 2 bottles of wine. Sure, ladies. Woohoo! Duncan, yeah, dude. If you drove you drove a limo, you definitely know. You got some stories, bro. We should be getting guys back before the Philly and Packers game. 100%, Jay. Exactly. As long as we can maintain a certain level of health, we are trending in the right direction. And as much as we want to all win every single game and never have to punt, and the opposing teams don't get a first down all season long, they don't score a single point on us. That's just not the reality of the situation. As much as I wanted us to go 15-2, it just wasn't going to goddamn happen. It just wasn't going to goddamn happen. It's so astronomically challenging to do something like that. But, we'll be fine. We're going to be fine. The Lions are going to be fine. We got to just trust Brad Holmes and expect people to get healthy and execute. Johnny Mo Screens has got to be Johnny Less Screens. That's all I'm saying. There's a few less screens. Maybe stop with the love affair of Jahmyr Gibbs a little bit, and by not giving Jahmyr Gibbs as much work, you're also going to have to start directing David Montgomery. Have him maybe try to go to the outside instead of just consistently calling halfback dives with David Montgomery. Please, Johnny Mo Screens needs to be Johnny No Screens. Please, for the love of God, please stop throwing screen passes. Shit kickers are us. Just felt like saying it. Hell yeah, Jody. Hell yeah. Philly is a Super Bowl team. We can take them for now. We can, and we will. Duncan, you are correct. Dwayne Keene, how you doing, brother? Good morning. Believe in Brad and Dan. They've been cooking since they've been here. Exactly, Dwayne Keene. And until proven otherwise, we might not like the decisions, but the results speak for themselves. We have to have faith in Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes to do the right thing because they're correct. Exactly, Mr. Detroit City. You trust MCDC. Who here is moving to NYC? Yeah, broski. Yeah, no. How many people are escaped from NYC right now? Holy crappers, guys. You're really foot-long 5-year safety with linemen over there? You're really fooling a 5-year safety with linemen over there. That's true. Yeah, broski, it's escape from New York out there, guys. Send anyone you know in New York a lifeline because Jingao. All right, boys and girls. Stay positive. They're not the same old Lions. Exactly, Jay. They are not the same old Lions. They're not at all. We'll be fine. Duncan says I just got a call from the Jets. Well, yeah, because they ain't got nobody out there, dude. They're calling everybody. They're going through every varsity and JV football roster for the past 40 years. They can find any able-bodied man to send out there, and pretty soon the Jets are going to start drafting people, like just conscripting people to come play for them, dude, because it's going to be rough. Special teams coming to improve big time to beat the Eagles. It will, broski. It will, dude. It will be. It'll be cleaned up. It happens. The fickle football didn't go our way. I like that line earlier. The fickle football didn't go our way. So, boys and girls, it is Thursday afternoon. It is almost 11 o'clock. We got a few more minutes here. We're going to start really winding it down. I want to say a big shout out to each and every one of you who partook in today's show. If you dropped the chat, hit the like button. We did have a poll up here. 100% of you say, let's go Super Bowl. Let's go Super Bowl. 1 like equals Lions Super Bowl. Let's go Super Bowl. Detroit Lions, Buffalo Bills, 59-0. Lions are triumphant in the Super Bowl. I've been saying it all season, and I'm still going to stick with it. So, guys, it's Thursday. Try and have yourself a good rest of the day. Hang on to the life buoy that is knowing tomorrow's Friday, and then it's the weekend. Oh, weekend, and there is football. There is football tonight, though not the most exciting game. Denver and the Raiders. Yeah, hopefully we can hit some wins, hit some bets there. Real quick, Mr. Detroit City still working on I still need to learn. I still need to figure out Discord. What I need to do is I just need to download Discord and just like fuck around with it. I'm just farting around. I'm just the tootin' the USS tootin' around. That's what I am. I'm the SS tootin'. That's what I am. The SS tootin' around. That's what we are. Just a little dinghy out here tootin' around, guys. So. Have yourself a good rest of the day. We will catch each and every one of you right back here tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., 11 Central, I think. I don't know what it is, but from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. here at youtube.com Eastern Standard Time, we'll be talking Lions ball, prepping for the Washington Commies on Sunday. Oh, it's a get-right game for the Detroit Lions, and I think we're totally capable of fixing all of our problems and quieting everybody down. Let's be honest. We need to quiet the haters. Got to quiet the haters. So, stay out of trouble. Have a good rest of your day. I've been Hat and Beard. You've been an attentive audience. Until tomorrow, we'll see you then. Bonga bonga. Frig off.